Hello, everyone. We are back with another Coffee Huddle. It's been a while, and Candace, hi. We're
Hi.
we're not in the same place today, but
No, we're not. We're really fully utilizing this StreamYard. You can be anywhere.
yeah, it's. I think this is the first Coffee Huddle where we have not been in the same space,
Mhm.
distanced, but in the same space. Obviously, there's some changes in our country, in our county. We'll talk about that, but yeah, I'm in my home office, but still part of Coffee Huddle. So that's the beauty of virtual stuff like that. So you're wearing a new mask.
I am. I discovered this great website with really fancy, feminine, fashion-oriented masks. So I'm fully on board. And since the new protocol here at Downtown Works and in San Diego is to have a mask on 24/7 when you're outside your home, I figured I'd get on board and get some pretty ones. So
Yeah. That's one plus, I guess, for having to wear a mask. Women or other people that are into the fashion can make it their own, make it unique.
Exactly.
I have some on the way, actually. I'm coming to you from my home office, so I'm not wearing a mask because I'm at home, but yeah, definitely am taking a little bit more extra precaution now that cases have risen, and not trying to put myself in a position where I feel unsafe. But
Right.
we all got to get back to work eventually. So I know we're going to talk about that with our guest, and how we can, what's the future like with everything going on, and how we can utilize new things, new protocols, and new technology to get back to work safely. But let's talk a little bit about Downtown Works and the memberships, or if any of that has changed. I know there was a special last week when we were originally supposed to go live.
Yeah, we had Black Friday and Cyber Mondays deals, and a lot of people have shown interest, done some tours, and they're still kind of weighing out which term they want to be on. So we've extended it a little bit on a one-to-one basis. So what that entails is they're either going to do a prepay and receive a few months free, or commit to 6 months or 12 months and again receive a certain number of months free. So and that applies to exclusive desk, open desk membership 24/7, private offices. It's a great deal to take advantage of. And then just regarding the safety issue, as people are coming in, they're noticing that we're all wearing masks, as we started out to say, because of the new protocols. And just to clarify, I'm in one of our meeting rooms that opens up to fit pre-COVID up to 30 people sitting comfortably. But now people are taking advantage of these large meeting rooms and doing, say, a 10-person meeting with the Zoom in the background. I don't know if you can see it on the screen here. So I've opened up the door between meeting room 1 and 2, the America and the Midway. So in reality, I wouldn't necessarily have to have a mask on because I'm all by myself. So, yeah.
Well, it's good that, I know that I've been there almost every day since we had to, when the stay-at-home order was removed, in a safe way. So
Right.
I'm definitely encouraged by going to Downtown Works with all the protocols, and you guys staying up to date with things when it comes to cleaning and making sure things are sanitized. So
taking temperature. The other thing I think everybody is enjoying is they can now do their own specialty coffee with their phone. We have the QR code.
Right.
So it's a touchless coffee machine, and we're probably going to bring in the touchless cooler alkaline hot and cold machines for the 3rd and 4th floor. That'll probably show up in 2 weeks. So at this point, we could safely say we're pretty much touchless between not having to touch the door handles. Obviously, we're still going to sanitize all touch points every hour on the hour. But in addition to that, the founders of Downtown Works are so committed to the well-being of their members and guests and staff. Is when they heard of an uptick in the COVID pandemic, they came through with a company that did an electric spray to disinfect every office, every space in the entire building. So we started fresh. That was just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I feel like every business, or I know that they have more businesses in that building, but I feel like everyone should be conscious of the new things that they can, one, to keep everyone in the building that's already there safe, but how to get back safely, so that because we're not sure when that vaccine is going to come through and how many people will be able to get it. So,
and we're also looking into, as you know, we take everyone's temperature as they come in and they enter the 4th floor, but there's a product we'll be installing in the lobby where people, as they walk in, it just automatically takes their temperature, like an infrared on their forehead. So they'll see it, and then we get notified as well through a report that everyone is healthy. And in addition to that, and I know you'll be introducing him any moment now, but there's also for guest Wi-Fi and meeting room Wi-Fi. In order to get online, people have to clarify that they don't have any symptoms related to COVID. So that's just an extra layer. And then once we have Dr. Steve's new application implemented, we'll be piloting that soon. That's just an added precaution that I'm sure will be going.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I'll be interested to see about the infrared and how where that's implemented, not just at Downtown Works, but throughout the county and throughout the country, and maybe even for travel, because that's one thing that I super miss, like easily. Like you can still travel, but it's not encouraged and still kind of unsafe. I mean, depends where you go, right? Depends who you're dealing with. So thank you for talking about the Dr. Steve and his application called WELFIE. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce him now. Hi, Dr. Steve. Oh, you're muted.
There we go.
There you are.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me on today.
Yeah, we're really happy to, Candace and I met you a couple of weeks ago, and really heard about your backstory, your app, a lot of things. But why don't you tell people that might be watching this live or for the replay what your background is?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first, thanks for having me, and thanks to Downtown Works for this opportunity to chat with your viewership, as it were. I'm Dr. Stephen Moyo. I'm a local physician here in San Diego. I've been here for about 5 years. I did my training out in Baltimore, Johns Hopkins, and really came here and sort of have settled my roots. And for the past few years, have really been focusing on building a community health platform. That's what WELFIE is and intends to be. Our goal is to really help community leaders connect with and care better for their community members. So whether that's a physician taking care of patients, a coach taking care of clients, or in this case, the community leaders at Downtown Works taking care of their members in their community. And we'd really initially focused on heart health. That's kind of my passion and my interest, promoting heart health, preventing heart disease. But as 2020 hit and COVID-19 unfortunately came with it, we really took a look at what we had built and what we were building and said, how can we help communities deal with this? Because we can't begin the conversation about heart health until we deal with COVID-19. So I put my team to task, so to say, to build something that I thought from a digital standpoint could help educate and engage people in becoming more COVID healthy. And so what we've put together really is a really great symptom screener that's accessible for whether in the US or Canada, because it's actually a little different depending where you are. We'll be adding multiple languages, but really focusing on helping school communities as well as business communities reopen safely.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we all want to get to, right? And I'm encouraged to hear that, I think in the business community, everyone's really had to think about pivoting, and I'm glad you're able to provide value in a way that we all need right now. So I'm going to bring up your screen because I want people to see what this is about, and maybe you could walk us through what it is.
Absolutely, I'll walk you through. So, let's put ourselves in the shoes of one of your community members who knows they're coming into Downtown Works in the morning. They'll actually get a reminder email just saying, take your COVID-19 screen today. And they can come here, click on that button, click here on Get Screened, and ask or answer questions in terms of COVID-19 symptom screening. So have you had any close contacts? And then we're pulling in the CDC recommended symptoms, and you can click here and get some additional information if you have a question about one of those symptoms. So if you have no symptoms, you simply click through. We're asking people to actually take their temperature from home and be able to log this at home. But also, I know you guys have been doing the check at the front desk there, and it sounds like now you'll have something in the lobby, but they can check their temperature from home, enter it here, and then that's it. They're done. I actually do this every morning. It takes me about 30 seconds to do. And then we've really built just additional sort of functionality into the app, education, being able to figure out what's going on in your local state and community, track the cases and things like that. Mm-hmm. And then really the great part about it is from the community leader side, they're able to visualize in a secure way who has screened that day and who hasn't, and be able to send out reminders. So all of that viewership is private. It's set to set administrators who have access to it. So it's not like everybody in the community can see it. So that's how we set it up.
That's good. Candace, I know you wanted to ask Dr. Steve or Doc or
Doc Moyle's fine.
Doc Moyle, okay, Doc Moyle.
Yeah, exactly. So I know you originally had hoped to start this in the schools, and you'll be piloting with us. So knowing that it's all about health and originally heart health, we have this great stairwell from the lobby to the roof. And I just thought maybe you can tweak it a little for us to add incentives for people to actually take the stairs and maybe take a break a couple of times during the day and just march up and down the stairs, because stairs are rough. And if they're doing that, it's definitely working out their body, their mind, their heart, and staying healthy.
Yeah, no, Candace, I think that's a great idea. That's one of the aspects we really want to bring to WELFIE. This isn't just about, a COVID screener that you can take in the morning. It's really about engaging in a healthier lifestyle. So being able to, the way we've set things up is to be able to message people and engage with them throughout the day in and around health, provide education, provide challenges and prompts, and we can definitely do that.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be really exciting.
Yeah.
So
do we know when, Candace, have you already decided when we're going to implement this? Is this something that's already?
Well, if it were up to me, it'd be implemented already. No, we need our IT expert to integrate it. And so Stephen and David have, I think, a meetup or a meeting scheduled for the end of this week.
Yeah, we have some conversations coming down the pipeline, and we're looking forward to making sure that it integrates seamlessly. We want to make sure that it's easy for your members to use.
Yeah, right. We've all been adjusting to this new normal, and this is one of the ways. I mean, I feel like already safe. I'm not even using this app yet, but I feel safe knowing that this is going to be something that we're going to have.
Right. Yeah. And just a few of the members that I've spoken to, they're all for it. They feel like it would be a great welcome screening, and they'd be fully on board and be engaged. So
and really what we're trying to do is create a community and culture that's about health and wellness. I think in this year has shown that people have a different approach to how they want to deal with this. But I think if communities can come together to say, this is how we as a community want to handle this, and keep everybody safe, then that's what we can try to do.
Yeah, that brings up a good point. I feel like, just everyone in Downtown Works community, the people that have come back are going to be those mouthpieces for, getting back to work safely. We've all, not just me, but other people have experienced things that have been put in place in order for us to feel comfortable to get back to work. And a lot of people are surprised to find out, oh, wait, you've been at the office this whole time? But I feel safe because of all these things that are being put in place. So I think we can also be, so to say, pioneers, I guess, in the new age of working,
Yeah, and I think it's an opportunity for places of work to really double down and lean into wellness, right, for their community members, whether that's an employee, whether that's school and teachers. You can now actually invest in wellness and think about, from a mental health standpoint, a physical health standpoint, how you can keep people healthy.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you mentioned the mental health. I was reading an article the other day that the emotional well-being of the people who are doing that work from home, knowing they can now work from anywhere, because a lot of these companies are implementing, work from home forever. They don't necessarily have to go back to an office per se.
Yep.
Is that they're looking at co-working opportunities to do that hybrid and to have that interaction. So, obviously at a distance still, so they can keep their sanity, so they can, still feel like they're integrating and communicating. And some people need that to stir their creativity and just to have that personal interaction. So
Yeah,
there's a combination of it.
Yeah, that's so, it's interesting that you mentioned that, because we're seeing with schools kind of similar problems show up with employees and workers, right?
Yeah.
Which is, home isn't always the best place for you to learn, to work, to be productive. And unfortunately, that's true for some students and for employees as well. So the ability to not necessarily have to come to a central location where everybody is, but have an intermediary, a co-working space, a downtown works, it's perfect.
Right. Yeah.
We've been on that board, like Candace and I have been on that train for co-working in a hybrid space for a while. I think I've been a member for almost 2 years now. So I'm excited and encouraged by all of the things that I'm hearing, because it's, I think, better for that work-life balance,
Yeah, absolutely.
Completely.
Yeah. Cool. So I know you're going to implement it like with Downtown Works and all the members, but if someone wants to find out more information about this, or, working with you, or maybe even giving you feedback on their experience, where can they get a hold of you? Absolutely. They can email me at WELFIE@WELFIE.com. So pretty straightforward. I'm online at, we're online at WELFIE.com on pretty much all the major platforms as well. So we're definitely looking for more schools and businesses to work with. So, if you're interested, go to the website and email me. Awesome. Doc Moya, do you have anything you want to ask Candace? Anything else?
I was going to make a suggestion. There's an academy on San Diego Avenue, private school. Have you heard of it? I think it's called Old Town Academy.
Okay.
And the reason I mention it, there's a member here whose daughter, they've decided to go half days for their students. So instead of 30 students in a classroom, I think it's 8 to 10. So they do either a morning session and then the afternoon session. So they're doing a hybrid as well.
Yeah.
But she's here today, and I'm going to mention to her, or ask who you could contact.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's we've actually set up our system to be really functional for like pods and cohorts. So that kind of approach that school is taking, we'll be able to sort of cycle people through that way and be able to track exposures and things like that. So that's perfect. Yeah, I'd love to chat with her and anybody who's interested. Awesome. Yeah. Yes. Again, the email is welfie@welfie.com, or you can go to the website. Thank you, Doc Moyo. Really appreciate your expertise, and hopefully we'll see you around Downtown Works a little bit more once. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, Candace. I know we rushed through those updates, but if you want to just remind people about the Touchless Coffee, I know I've used it. It's really kind of cool. So like futuristic.
Yeah, there's just 3 steps. They use their cell phone to access it, and
like a QR code, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They can take a picture of the QR code, and then they choose their specialty cappuccino, espresso, dairy-free, mocha, frappuccino, whatever it is. They're like drinking. And just to also touch upon the hybrid aspect, I'm finding a lot of people are taking advantage of that now. They're coming from San Francisco. I think I've mentioned this on another Coffee Huddle, but Chicago, Minnesota, so many people are moving to San Diego and finding that they want to be in a healthy environment. So they're doing a combination of the downtown works with the home office. Work from anywhere is their motto. And they do appreciate knowing all the safety precautions that we have in place. And a lot of people are taking advantage of the prepay because they get a couple of months free.
Right.
It's really a no-brainer. They save a lot of money in the end. And it's working out well.
Yeah, I think, I think people are still, trying to find out information about co-work, the people that are not exposed to it. Like
Correct.
the entrepreneurs, or now we're like, it's our mission almost to share this information about co-working spaces being a solution, because
Right.
you and all the other places that are essential have had to hyper speed their protocols within the building, because
Right.
it's not something they could just sit back and wait to do, because people are coming into the office or need to come into the office. And
many of the things that we've implemented probably will be here forever, like that are in the air and heating ducts, as far as zapping any pathogen should it ever come infiltrate the atmosphere. We're lucky enough to have many doors that open to the outside for fresh air to circulate, and we have those very high ceilings, so that's a plus.
Well, in both locations too,
exactly, Carlsbad. You can actually full on work outside all day long in Carlsbad for the outside section that they're creating. That's almost done, and probably mid-January they'll have the grand opening, ribbon cutting, the party. So yeah, it's exciting.
Cool. We'll have to have the team from there back on and talking about the space, or maybe go up there and do the coffee huddle from there.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So if people have questions about membership, the protocols, where can they get a hold of you or anyone on the Downtown Works team?
So they can email Candace or Jennifer at downtownworks.com. And up in Carlsbad, they can email Nikki with 1 K or Dana with 1 N at downtownworks.com. And the local number is 619-535-9675. Option 1 for Little Italy location, option 2 for Carlsbad. And down the road, we'll have Pacific Beach.
Yeah. Oh, we haven't talked about that publicly yet.
No, not yet.
Cool. So 619-535-9675. Obviously, I left the general info at. I'm sure someone will be able to get to you. You can at Downtown Works also on social media. We have someone monitoring that as well. So, have any info about getting back to work safely? It's definitely something that is important to all people. Maybe start thinking about your 2021 plan for your business and where you're going to be working if it's not at home. So.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Candace. We will see you guys next month on the next Coffee Huddle, and let us know if you'd like to be on, because we'd love to feature members in our community. And we will see you later.
Okay. Bye. I'll see you soon back here.